Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man. We are back on NBA 2K26, man. And it's another week, man. So another week of me going out here and getting games in the rack, dropping some boys off, this, that, and the third. But you know, we gotta talk about a few things, man. And the first thing that I do want to mention here is going to be that of the myth and truth around a player's win percentage, man. Now, I bring this up because the other day I got in with one of my friends and they wanted to go and look at me and my homeboys' win percentages, right? And I think they're like a 40-something. I think it's like 40-something. And he goes, oh, you know, when we put out posts, you know, if they don't have a better than a 60% win percentage, then we don't want them. And, you know, we just letting you slide because you are a homie, right? Now, here's the thing about win percentage, right? Win percentage in something like 2K is not 100% dependent on the individual player. What do I mean by this, right? Let's say player A has a full team of 5 friends that gets on a regular basis and is able to play 2K with him for a good amount of time per day or on a good amount of time on a regular basis, right? That player A's win percentage will be higher than the average player because simply you constantly play in a team of 5, right? So you minimize the ability of having randoms or other players affect your ability to win the game. Because when you play with a team that you know these people hit shots, you know where they are, y'all know how to move together, all that good stuff, right? Now, you have player B. Player B doesn't have a consistent 5 people to play with. Maybe he plays primarily by himself, or he plays with 1 or 2 people on a regular basis, right? And he's able to get, let's say, at most 3 people in the squad together. Player B's win percentage is naturally going to be lower than that of player A because player B plays more solo. They don't play with full squads. They only play with either a duo or a trio, which then allows randoms to come in and lose their games for them. So even though player B now let's say player B averages 15 points, 10 rebounds on 60% from the field, 60% from 3, and he has a 40% win percentage because he plays by himself. But then you have player A who averages 10 points, 8 rebounds, right? 50% from the field, 50% from 3, but you have a 60 win percentage because you play with a team of 5. Is player A better than player B? No, he's not. Statistically, no, he's not. The only thing that's different is the fact that player A has a team to play with. So again, when you're out here looking at players, especially if you're looking at rec stats, don't be looking at someone's win percentage and looking at their win percentage and think that their win percentage determines the level of skill that the individual player has. Because your win percentage is more dependent on if you have a team or not. So can we please stop with this whole stupid, you need to have a certain win percentage crap, okay? Can we please stop that? It's dumb, man. I do not understand that shit at all. I don't, right? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is also in the rec here, and this has not to do with win percentage, but this is something also that is very, very common, and that is when you're playing like rec or pro-am or proving grounds or anything, or if you're playing and you're playing with randoms, right? Why are you not allowed to miss a shot? If you get an open shot and your first shot happens to be a miss because you just happen to mistime it, why is it that now motherfuckers won't pass you the ball anymore? Like, do people not realize that Steph Curry, the greatest person to ever touch the planet that shoots a basketball, even he has bad shooting games? Do we not realize that some players just have bad shooting games? If they're taking good shots and missing them, that is different. That is technically okay because he's taking a good shot. Maybe he's just having a bad shooting game. It might be that way. Maybe you limit his amount of shots. Now it's up to that player to find a new way to be helpful to the team if you aren't hitting shots. Now, if this person is 1 for 5 and all 5 of his shots are horrible, now I can see why you would not pass him the ball. But if he's 1 for 5 and he's taking nothing but open shots and he just happens to have a bad shooting game, why do we then ice out our teammates? You know, I get it. You might not feel as comfortable hitting him for the open 3, but again, you have to look at it like this. What happens when you ice out that teammate? Now that teammate stops playing defense. Or the teammate quits altogether, and now you have a CPU on your team who doesn't play defense at all and can get shot in their face like it's nothing, right? So again, can we not act like people don't have bad shooting games here? And then even as long as they're taking good shots, we have to live with that. You have to live with someone missing good open shots, bro. Now, I get it too. If you're that player that's having a bad shooting game, stop shooting the ball so much. Get to the basket. Create opportunities for other teammates. Okay? So it's on both the team to not ice you out, and it's also on you as an individual to figure out a way to become more helpful to the team, especially if your ass ain't hitting shots. Play some defense, grab some boards, get some assists, get steals. There's other things you can do outside of shooting that can be helpful to the team. But the only way that this player is actually going to do that, fellas, is if we stop icing them out. Okay? You got to stop doing that. Got to stop doing that, man. We just got to stop doing that. It's getting annoying, and it's been like this in 2K for the longest, man. It's pretty annoying, man. Now, another thing I want to talk about and touch on, because I think that there's certain people that I know that are confused about what game mode they're playing, all right? So we all know what the rec is. So you have 5 game modes that are very similar to the rec. 3 game modes, I'm sorry. You have 3 game modes that are similar to the rec where it's 5v5 all users. You have the rec, you have Proving Grounds, and then you have Pro-Am, right? 2 out of these 3 are ranked game modes, okay? Pro-Am, which is top of the line competition in 2K. If you want to play the best teams all the time and be in the top, competition teams, Pro-Am is where you're going to be at. A couple years ago, I know my friends are going to hear this video and laugh, but we had a team called the Grizzlies, and we made it to Elite 2 at the time. I don't know if Elite 2 was still high nowadays, but back then, Elite 2 was one of the higher ranks you could have, right? And at that point, we only played Pro-Am. Because in Pro-Am, they actually keep your record, your stats, and you earn a rank as a team, right? Now, you have Proving Grounds. Proving Grounds is not as serious as Pro-Am, but it is a ranked game mode. So if you go in and you play 5v5, as you win, you most likely want to go in with a full team in Proving Grounds. Just be honest, okay? You don't really want to go in there solo. But you go in there with a full team, and y'all win games, and you go from bronze to silver to gold to platinum to whatever it is, right? So the higher up in the ranks, the more competition you face, right? And also in these game modes, in Pro-Am and Proving Grounds, you have less chance of players quitting out of games. And especially in Pro-Am, you know for a fact in Pro-Am, all 5 of those players are most likely playing together all the time. In Proving Grounds, it's somewhat more like rec, because you're not always going to have a full team of 5 in there. But I suggest you go in with a full team of 5 and not like a duo or trio. I'm just being honest about that, because it is ranked. And you want to make sure that you have full control over everything and that you don't have somebody just selling you. Right? Now, let's talk about rec. What does rec give you? Jack shit. Okay? You get nothing for it. There's nothing. There's no record. There's nothing. Right? Nothing. The only thing you can look at is a win percentage. Why is that, E? You want to know why? So, I'm going to use Apex as an example. I don't know if too many people here in 2K, because it's a completely different game. But you have ranked and you have pubs, or public matches. Public matches are just regular game modes. You just go in, play the game. You have nothing to worry about, right? That's what rec is, bruh. Rec is public matches. It's pubs, is what most people call in other games. It's pubs. It's not ranked. It's not true competition. Let's be real. Stop sitting here and trying to tell people that rec is where the true comp is. No, it's not. In rec, a lot of times, niggas are quitting in the first goddamn quarter. Most of the time, you go on with a team of 5, you're at an advantage. If you have a team of 5, you're at an advantage in the rec most of the time, because you don't know if the other team even has a team of 5. So can we please stop acting like rec is fucking ranked or some serious mode? It's pubs, nigga. Y'all are sitting here taking pubs seriously. Can we stop this? Who takes public matches seriously? Only in 2K have I heard of y'all taking rec seriously and saying it's a true competition mode, man. Understand what competition modes are and get right, man. But let me know how y'all feel, man. How do y'all feel about the myth and the truth around win percentages? And do y'all agree with me on how I talked about them? Also, do y'all notice that you cannot miss when you're playing this game with randoms? And finally, do you agree that Pro-Am and Proving Grounds are more important as rec is public matches, man? Let me know down in them comments and let's get a conversation started, man. But until then, I'm going to leave you all for the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.